All right. If you have any kids in the room, you want to send them out somewhere else because this is not, kid appropriate. But we're going to talk about sex and ways you can enhance the entire experience. Dr. Marci Bothwell is back to help you and me spice it up.
After talking to you, I'm not sure you need any help at all.
Wait a second. We're not even talking about me. Let's talk about everything else. Okay.
Okay. Let's talk about education and why people do what they do, and we're going to put a little medical segment in this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, there's things in your brain called neurotransmitters, and they talk between cells. And frankly, until you're about 25, you are ruled by those neurotransmitters.
That's why they say your sexiest organ is your brain, because of the neurotransmitters.
Right, right.
Your brain tells you you're in the mood.
Yeah.
Time is now.
At some point, you got to start governing those. But when a guy jerks around and looks at a woman's legs, and he's like mesmerized, and you're like, what is he thinking? That's dopamine, okay?
Right.
And dopamine is activated just like cocaine activates.
Is that the same guy that might have his arm around a girl, and yet he's going to be looking at another girl, even though it disrespects the girl that he's with?
Exactly. He's not got enough governing his brain. So at least for tonight, please, men, govern your brains, stay focused.
On the one you're with.
Love the one you're with.
Eyes on the bride. Love the one you're with.
Love the one you're with. Okay, let's talk about that sex is good for you. Okay, it is very good for you. It drives up these neurotransmitters in your brains, the ones that promote well-being, serotonin.
Euphoric feeling.
Euphoric feeling, absolutely. And it also does the oxytocin, which is the bonding hormone. Okay, so women
It's the love drug. It's the love drug.
The love drug. But women should know that they should try and really promote this in men. And I finally found
promote what in men?
Promote getting their oxytocin levels up.
You may
okay.
say it. Promote that they should have orgasms
yes,
as well.
That they should have their orgasm is
it's a two-way street.
It's good.
It's a symbiotic situation.
It's a good thing for them.
Okay.
But I do have the reason why they do fall asleep.
Why?
Because just for one orgasm, their oxytocin level jumps 500%.
Well, women too, right?
Yeah, but men it's even worse. And I'm just going to tell you.
Are you saying that they have better orgasms than women?
No, they don't have better ones, but I'm just explaining why we can't be mad at them anymore for falling asleep, because that promotes really good sleep. So that's why they just go gunk. But that's okay, because we've had our fun too.
Hopefully women have had their fun. But it is important. And we were saying how those euphoric feeling hormones that get released after a good climax, this is why I always tell women, do not be intimate with your partner until you are pretty sure, unless it's that you want them around, because if you have a good time and that's like it puts that love drug. It can confuse the situation, that all of a sudden you're going to be blind to their imperfections or their, like let's say you had your checkoff list of what you want, all of a sudden you're ignoring those
today
checkoff
men
lists.
have no imperfections. It's Valentine's Day. We'll give them that. But no, you're right. You're right. It blows. You get these fireworks in your right hemisphere. Yeah. And that is the hemisphere, the God complex. It's where there's a lot of religious feelings in there. And so if that happens, you are just like out of control. You're like stuck.
No, you had a good time. You had a good time, and you have these drug-like hormones releasing in your body, and it feels good.
Yeah, but it works. I mean, that's why we have children. That's why we made him. We keep together. That the oxytocin is actually.
I love that. We keep together. Great. We keep together.
Okay. Now let's do some positive things too. It actually can reduce, if men have 21 orgasms a month, it shows a reduced rate of prostate cancer.
That's really good news. That's good.
That's right.
However, if those 21 times are with different women, it raises your chance of getting STD. Right.
That I'm not going to comment on, but it is definitely possible.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
What about women? Don't women have stronger hearts as well, less prone to heart disease? And
absolutely. One more pick for men. It is shown that it'll reduce fatal heart attack rates 50% in men.
But you hear about men actually having heart attacks.
And
during
the
that time.
The stroke risk, it actually never panned out.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No, so don't be afraid, men. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. You think they're afraid?
No, because they'll just get that dopamine rush and just keep going on. But for women, it's been shown to reduce some breast cancer risk. There have been some studies, especially for women who've not had any children. It can reduce breast cancer risk.
But how many orgasms do they need a month to reduce breast cancer?
100, 200. No,
at least 100. They need more than men.
No, there's no numbers on that.
Now let's talk about calorie burning, because it can keep you not only healthy, mentally healthy, because you have all those good feeling hormones, so you're less stressed, and stress is one of the leading causes for disease, but you're also burning calories. Now if you have lame sex, you're not going to burn very many calories, folks.
Okay.
So no lame sex on Valentine's Day. You have to have good sex. You have to work at it, both people.
Well,
right?
We're going to talk a little bit about foreplay, but remember the last segment I talked about that it only burned 21, 28 calories. But if you read the study, it was actually because that particular intercourse was only 6 minutes. So
I think that's probably, though, if you did a study with couples across the country, you would get people married a long time, I bet, 6 minutes. We call them 2 pump chumps, but
well, we're going to work today to increase that time duration, because you can get 240 calories. I mean, come on, that's a good workout.
It is a good workout. You know who's a prime example of that is Sting. He's amazing. And his wife, they've had a healthy, loving relationship for years and years and years. And tell the viewers what they attribute that to. And their sex life is very healthy. They talk about it.
They're very much into the Kama Sutra.
Yeah.
And that's massage oils.
It's a lot. It's a connecting on a mental level, an emotional level, and taking the time in different positions and making it an art form. Yeah.
And all that, it goes, I'm sorry to say, is back to those neurotransmitters, because it promotes the bonding hormone of the oxytocin.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm a doctor, I have to do that. But, you know, prolonging the time and all that. So they're actually, the Kama Sutra is very much into pheromones and smells and things like that. And so one of the tricks that they have is, one of the confirmed pheromones is men's sweat. Okay, normally we like to throw them in the shower, okay? But if a guy takes, you know, take a girl out on a cold night, you know, turn the air conditioning on, oh, I need a wrap, okay? But you give her the wrap that has some of your sweat on it.
The smell, just the bodily oils,
yeah.
Smell is everything.
So she cuddles up in that and smells, and that puts her nicely in the mood, okay? And that's documented, that's really true.
Okay, wait, real quick, and you were saying, I know obviously you like foot massages, because Marci said earlier, I hope every woman gets a foot massage. And I was thinking, well, that's not exactly what.
Okay, I have the foot fetish, you don't.
Yeah, obviously. But massage is good. Massage is good.
Massage is fabulous. You get the aromas going. Okay.
Good way to ignite. We're going to go back into foot massage. You're going to show me why it's so good?
Why it's so good.
Okay.
Okay, at your ears as well, but your feet actually resemble, there's a pressure point for every place on the body.
I don't know if the viewers can see this. Okay.
They can zoom in. There's a pressure point for every place on the body. Okay. Your heart, your lungs, this or that. So right down here, towards the heel, right at the back of the arch.
Let's raise this a little bit. Okay, where?
Right back here, towards the back of the arch of the foot. Okay. That's actually where you have the genital stimulation area.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe I should start rubbing my feet.
Yeah. And so that actually, so when you rub that area, it actually stimulates a little bit higher up.
So remember, don't forget those spots when you're rubbing your spouse tonight. Okay, it's getting awfully warm in here.
Oh,
do you have any last tips for our viewers to have a great, healthy sex life bonding experience, especially tonight? It's Valentine's night, the night for lovers.
Enjoy and focus on your partner. Don't be drifting off other places.
And focus on all the attributes your partner has.
Focus on the good things in life.
That's right.
That's what we need to do. Too much other ugly stuff is going on nowadays, so focus on the love of your life.
All right, rock it tonight, folks. Marci gave you lots of tips. You should have an epic Valentine's at this point.